Center base. This is Began CTV. Center base, do you copy? Over.
Amazing display of power.
CB, we have perfect flight plan. Okay, Pegasus, please check your AOA. No more than critical 10 degrees. And you should check for ejection tower pyrotechnics. We are receiving some strange status. Over. Bob is observing the radio command. Over. Rotary X feed on up position. If not, it is not in the flight procedure. But regarding the 0.4 degree of error we should have, this will maybe correct the trajectory by deviating the center of gravity near the main thrust number 4/4. Out. We do it. Your go for tower ejection. Pegasus. All nominal to us down here. Over.
Check.
Curve profile is good. Over.
KCB, this is Bob. We are in orbit, but we think we have little corrections on orbital inclination to do. Instruments are showing 0.42 degrees on normal positive direction. Can you confirm, please? Over.
Roger, Pegasus. We observe 0.427 degrees. So push on normal plus of next descending node. Use autopilot only for this maneuver. Can you please give us all your first orbital elements, please? Over.
Planning it right now? Thank you.
CB, Samantha here. We read, per IG 125.1K, apogee 384.5K. Then we have SMA 6.626M. E. C. C is 0.0196. For state vectors and angular elements, we read, inclination 15.26 degrees, line is 149.50 degrees, and finally LP is 21.79 degrees. Notice that we are in ecliptic reference here. Over.
CB, Pegasus here. We are ready for solar array deployment. All electrical system check nominal. We have 35 volts on main bus and no particular demand on gauges for the outer radiator, and we are not on night side. Is this normal? Over. CB, yes you are go. We did not detect any failure. Do not forget to store them before any burn. Over. Hi Pegasus, electrical department here at mission control. Could you explain the issue precisely? We effectively see that radiators are not demanding power. It just started to increase. I think we just opened the solar arrays too late, and we'll see on Eva if it is badly connected to the antenna. She is on intermediate bus. Over. Oh, perfect so. But keep an eye on it. Normally, when docked, the Eva will be possible, so we will advise.
Hey Bob, look out my window. I can see the return landing site.
Yes, not so excited when thinking about Ryan's dirty face kicking my butt for deviating 0.4 degrees. Hell.
Well, Ryan is a little bit stressed at the moment.
You are in vocal tech days. Keep that for the radio blackout, please.
Okay, Capcom, I think. He does not think what he says. Over?
Hi, CB. Bob here. Samantha's configuring computer for final ICV-1 approach. We will pass on ninth side for docking, as we thought. Over.
We are following you. Check probe state and solar arrays deployed, please. Electrical department here. Do not evacuate before the Transmars insertion is finished. Order from mission control. We think you could have a problem on the antenna. We sometimes receive strange values. But if done before, we could loose the launch window. Out.
So we perform on docking.
Over.
Passing in manual spacecraft control. Bob, please, unlock the probe hatch, and Samantha, please start the docking program on the right MFD. I will also need you to check for angular velocity during the pre-docking status report.
I do it now. Bob, give me the third operation handbook, please.
Here he is. And for angular velocity, I gave you the flight plan too. Better with it, no?
Translation.
Center base, we are near OVC-1. We have all systems green except the radiator and the antenna, as before. So nitrogen cooling is online and showing 21.20 degrees Celsius UN internal inertial instruments. And all RCS are around 30.52 internal temperature. The 4-1, 4/3, and 4/4 at 12.24 degrees. And 4/2 is 20.0 degrees. The 4/2 is oriented on Sunni side. This is why its temperature is higher. Others are increasing.
Roger that, CTV. So you are go for docking maneuver. Out.
Come on.
Houston, we show capture and hard dock. Congratulations.
Center base, we are docked to the IVC-1 and all nominal. The new probe system worked like a charm. We start supply transfer and refueling. Solar arrays are nominal. And... Shit. Samantha, please. Check for antenna voltage on main bus B2.
Okay, well, it's about 30 before, and no fluctuations.
I think we should do the Ava now. It's risky to go like this.
Yes, I think too. Yes, CB, we were checking for the antenna's voltage. Still transmitting 35 volts to you too?
We have? Yes, 35.03 volts over.
But this is a wrong value. The independent gauges still show 0.00 volts on radiator demand. Are you sure the antenna is the only degraded system here?
Hi crew, I'm the engineer responsible for the antenna. She is in intermediate bus for the radiator because she needs to control it under automatic orders from ground control. So yes, she is on fault because your gauges are totally analogical.
Roger. So we keep on the orbit ejection procedures. CB, preparing for transburn insertion. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, full thrust. Gas to center base. We are now fully ejected, and let me say you that the window is just outstanding. To those people not believing in the Apollo program, never mind, we see you. But well, we would like to perform the EVA to see what is wrong with this antenna. Over?
Yes, Gaze. You are authorized for.
Depressurization in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lock removed. 50% vacuum. 100% vacuum. Opening the top hatch in 3, 2, 1. Unplugged wire. Opening it.
Okay, I'm going out of the gas capsule now. Legs out. This is breathtaking. Those stars, this tiny Earth falling in this immense vacuum sea. Well, about telemetry, let's see what is going on with this antenna. Come on. Little bit on there. Come on, Tiny. A little turn. Just a big bunch of wires.
Wires? But how the hell could you see wires? Mission control is clear about it. No wires are normally visible.
I see. Well, it's like if the antenna had been over-deployed. I think we broke something internally in its rotating sector. Samantha, transmit this to CB, please. Please Please can you give me the tool set under my seat, the green package?
Thank you.
Here we are. So I placed the cutter on. What? On the stock plastic piece? Normally we have some printed circuits under.
They do not respond anymore. I am trying to use the secondary channel, but nothing.
I am trying to. Noting here.
Center base. This is Big Ant CTV. Center base. Do you copy? Over.
We had no contact with ground control. I said we shouldn't eject before repairing this antenna. And now, what? We even tried to use some of the capsule emitters to transmit SOS, but no response.
Ground control center removes
Yes.
the plastic covering the beam motor, okay? It is not our fault, Bob. You made a
Okay,
mistake.
and if something happens during the docking? Hey, and what about the radiator?
Stop. Keep calm. We were trained to do this mission alone entirely if needed. So, we will do the Mars orbit insertion, and we will do the ATV meeting. Then, we will be able to transmit with the ATV and the lander.
Undocking confirmed.
Finally, the ATV is here. Do you see how big is the lander?
Passing into dock mode. Radar on dock. ATV adapter XPDR entered in the program. I'm deploying the probe now.
Status checked, all green for final approach. Signal received from ATV infrared strobes, and RCS are correctly cooled on all sides.
show capture and hard dock. Congratulations.
Well, that is done. I immediately go lighting up this ATV, and I will try to establish contact with ground control. Ground control, Pegay's CTV crew here. Ground control, this is Pegay's crew from the Mars Exploration ATV. CB, do you respond?
Yes, Pegasus. We hear you. I call Ryan immediately. Over.
Ryan here, from ground control. Incredible. Well, I was sure you took the decision to keep on the flight schedule, and it was the right choice, Pegasus. Anyway, I think we have a mission to accomplish now. Good job.
And when will we have some time to talk with our family?
They will be informed the two are still with us, but for the moment,
We wait for 5 months and we have no right to talk to our family?
come on, Bob, we will. Look at the timeline. We don't have time to. Please, get set for lander ingress. We are in the lander, ready for undocking. CB. Okay, Pegasus. We stay alert on data screens. Then do not wait to split to the orbit program sooner as possible. Over. Yes, descent to Glenstow will be engaged after undocking. Over. You will pass a blackout zone during your descent, but keep informing Tom, the ATV's channel. We want to have some recordings, okay? Roger. Atmosphere penetration started. Samantha is checking the shield cam, and we are gauging some horizontal correction using dynamic pressure. We are going 1.5 kilometers south of target location. Bob is observing system data, and I'm piloting the non-aerodynamical controls. Over. We have parachute deployed. We took less 60G during a millisecond. Everybody is okay. Over. Speed is decreasing quickly and shield jetting some. You should hear us now, CB. Over. Hi, Pegasus. Yes, we hear you perfectly. You are go for final descent phase. Over. Roger. And here's deployed. Pressurized and locked. Manual control is on the acceleration command position, and we secured the pyros.
CB, all soil grade waters are ready for ground catch.
Yes, Pegasus. We are set for live TV coverage here.
Get ready. We have landed. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown. Yeah! Good job, man. Okay, center base. We landed perfectly. Soil growthers work nicely, and everybody is agreeing for your systems checks. Over.
Congratulations, Pegasus. What an incredible journey to now. You will have time for your Earth call, and I think everybody here wants to thank you for your professionalism. Stay with us.
Finally, buddy. Well, we have to wait for the sunrise. Yes. But for now, we have to prepare for the extravehicular operations.
We will set foot on Mars. On Mars,